Hello and welcome to Greetingstar. I'm so glad you could join me today. Hi friends, this is the card I'm going to be making today, and I'm using supplies from the Spellbinders Card Kit of the Month from December of 2021. I'm a little bit late on this, but that's because due to the COVID shipping problems, I didn't receive this kit until like the end of January. So I will have several videos from this kit, and this is the first one. So I'm going to be using the card bases that come in the kit. You get 10 of these, and then 2 pieces of pattern paper from the kit, as well as those beautiful butterflies that are also from the kit. And then these sequins that I'm going to show you in a minute, I end up not using right there. But this die did not come from the kit. This is my own die that I purchased separately. It's an Avery L dotted borders, and it has sort of like an S curve, and I'm going to cut this orange pattern paper and then align my butterflies along that S curve edge. So I'm just trimming my paper down. I'm going to trim a little bit off of the right side and the left side because I'm just making sure I have enough room for the largest butterfly to fit on the edge there without going over. So I'm going to use some post-it tape to tape this die down. And again, just double checking to make sure that that big butterfly will still fit on my card and not hang off the edge. And so I'm going to use my Spellbinders Platinum 6 to die cut this. And you'll see that beautiful little curve on that orange paper when I remove that die. And that, I think, looks really nice. I'm just going to use my trimmer here, and I'm going to trim off the top so this will fit on my card. Again, it's an A2 sized, so that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And then the blue paper, I'm just trimming down to about 2 1/4 inches and by 5 1/2. So I'm going to cut that edge now. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some of the double-sided tape that comes in the kit to adhere these pieces to my card base. Now, I always like to make sure that I am using enough adhesive for this pattern paper to adhere very well to my card base. So I go all the way around the edge. Sometimes I even put some right down the middle, but I don't know if I remember to do that this time. And then there's some beautiful little flowers on this blue pattern paper. And you know, looking at it now, I hope I didn't get it upside down. I do that sometimes. I just get busy in the whole process of putting the card together. Sometimes I don't pay attention to those little details. I think it's so funny. That really bothers some people. Oh well. What can you do? I think it's just fun to make cards. I love the creative process, and I enjoy seeing the end result, and I try not to worry about the small things. Okay, so here we go. I think those 2 colors look really nice together. I purposefully chose the blue one because it's a high contrast to the orange. If you look on the color wheel, you'll see that the opposite of that kind of salmon orange color is that a blue color. So that's why I chose it. I think it looks really well together, and then these colors of butterflies look beautiful on the pattern as well. Now here I'm just deciding how to lay the butterflies out, which ones I want to use, which direction I want to turn them in. So I'm letting you see my creative process here. So you can see that sometimes when we crafters, I know on YouTube, sometimes we see these videos and we think, wow, these ladies have it so together and they can just do so many amazing things. You know, everything is a process, and nobody is perfect all the time. And so it's good to see different people doing different processes, because we learn from each other and we learn from our own mistakes as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I hope that that inspires you to be creative and to try things and to not let those types of things inhibit you from creating, because it's so much fun to create and it's so rewarding, I think. Okay, so I finally took them off the card and just put on the ones that I knew I liked for sure. And then I played around a little bit with their orientation and where I wanted them and so on and so forth. And then when I was happy with them, I just cut off the excess on the top and the bottom, and we're good to go. I think it turned out really, really nice. And now I'm going to use the stamp set. This also comes in the kit. Like I said, this kit is an excellent value. And I'm happy to be able to share with you what I create with it. And I hope that it inspires you and gets you into the mood for creating and crafting. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is VersaFine Black Onyx ink, and I'm just going to use my stamping platform here. This is the We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press. I bought it and I love it because it's small, and also because it has that open edge, which is something that the Misty didn't have. So that's why I was excited when this came out. It came out a long time ago. But anyway, you can see there that I made a mistake because I somehow moved the card when I stamped the second time. So I'm just using the other half of that orange paper, and I'm going to restamp it a couple times just to so it's not all blurry. So that was a mistake, and mistakes happen all the time when I'm making cards. I'm sure that you've experienced the same thing, but I don't let it deter me. I just used a square die to cut that out, and now I'm going to use some foam adhesive to cover up my mistake. And I think it looks really nice anyway. Now this foam adhesive also comes in the kit, and I'm just going to use the foam dots, and then I'm also going to cut off some of the edges here so that I can use all of it and not waste any of it. And I also want to make sure I'm putting a really good foundation for this piece of paper, so that way it doesn't like sink in the middle or anything like that. So I'm just trying to make sure that it has a good firm foundation. So that's why I'm using all these pieces here of this foam adhesive. And you know, it cuts pretty easily. It's not difficult to work with. I like that. I appreciate that. And those yellow pieces of release paper come off pretty easily too. So there you go. I think that looks really good. If you wanted to, you could use a brown marker to put some edges around that square to just give it some more definition if you want to. But I just decided to go ahead and move on to decorating the inside of my card. And I thought I might as well use that paper that I had left over to decorate the inside of my card. So trying to use up all those scraps that I can. And to carry over the design from the outside, I'm also going to use some of the blue paper. I'm just trimming it down a little bit so that it will fit on the inside and have a little bit of a border, and I really like that. So I'm going to adhere that down. Just going to use some of my scrapbook adhesives here. I must have put the other away and then just grabbed what was available on my desk. The only thing is, I think you could probably very easily, if you have like a black inked pen, write a message on that blue paper. But just in case, I went ahead and put down a piece of paper just to leave room for a message right there. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I thought might make it easier to write a message for someone on the inside of the card. And then I'm just going to use that scrapbook adhesives again to put that down. So that's it. I hope you guys had fun watching the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of all of my videos in the future. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.